Welcome to the 10th episode of LDOE Log, an informational series all about Last Day on Earth, and in this episode we're going to be taking a comprehensive look at the Blind One and how you can defeat him. So we're going to be covering topics like when you would want to fight him, why you'd want to fight him, where you can find him, and how you can defeat him. So let's kick things off with why you would want to defeat the Blind One, and this one is pretty straightforward. It's because he has great rewards. Every time you defeat him, you can get 10 red tickets. You can defeat him every Bunker Alpha reset, so that means you could get 30 red tickets every week, which means you can get a Bunker Alpha red crate every week by defeating him. Now, besides those red tickets, he also drops reputation items for the specialist, and you can work your way towards opening up a floppy disk crate with those. Now, as far as when you would want to take him on, I'd say after you're able to pretty regularly clear floor 2 and 3 of Bunker Alpha normal mode, that's around the time you want to take him on. Now, you'll need to find the specialist first, and he can be found in that top right gated area. I've already unlocked him, so he's up here in this room. And with finding the specialist, we're able to activate hard mode. You'll have to activate hard mode and head to floor 3 to find the Blind One. So let's talk a little bit about the requirements of gear that you'll need to clear the floor 3 area before we reach the Blind One. And I'm bringing a machete and a saw blade mace. Both are fully modded, and I'm bringing some tactical gear that is below 50%. So I'm going to run through this pretty quickly. And the key thing for clearing up the area to the Blind One is that you don't want to engage any zombie that you don't have to. So we're just going to get the bare minimum done here. And I brought the saw blade mace for sneak attacks and the fully modded machete for finishing the zombies off. So now that we've reached the Blind One's area, this is only accessible during hard mode. Let's take a look at the gear I'm going to be wearing. So I'm going to wear full durability tactical, and I've got 2 fully modded Glocks that are at partial durability. Now, there's actually a decision you can make before taking on the Blind One, and that is whether to go at it with melee or with firearms. So I took him out with a katana set the first time, and I lost 16 first aid kits, 60% of my tactical armor, and I used 1 and 40% of another katana. And in comparison, when I used a fully modded shotgun, I only lost 6 first aid kits, 20% of my armor, and only used 75% of the durability on 1 shotgun. So it's really up to you. You can lose more medkits and armor durability if you go melee, or save on those 2 things if you use guns. It really depends on where you are at in the game. But if it's your first time, I'd just recommend using guns so that you can have a pretty easy go of it. So the battle itself is pretty simple. You just wait for him to charge, and then you unload your clip or hack and slash. And then when he attacks you, you can't really do anything about it, but I stand next to this wall so that it's pretty predictable when he charges and it's easy to sidestep. And you want to stay over this area because there is an alarm that you will need when he starts to feed. And when he feeds, he can regen HP when he goes below 700 hit points. So you hit that alarm, it wakes him up, and he stops eating. And then you'll head over to the second area, stand by the alarm, let him do his business. And I'll speed through this a bit because we're just rinsing and repeating. And you've probably noticed that I don't bother attacking him when his head isn't stuck in the wall, and that's because he takes reduced damage when he's in his normal state, and it's just not worth it. So he went below 400 HP there, so I activated that second alarm and woke him up, and now he's back to hitting us. Now, you don't have to worry about him feeding after the 700 and 400 HP markers. After that, it's smooth sailing, and the fight just continues on to repeat itself. So here we have that final charge, and I'm going to finish him off with a machete because we ran out of Glock durability. And I actually got pretty lucky this time. I got big bones as well, which have a rare chance of dropping. And during this fight, I only used up 7 first aid kits, 2 of those partial durability modded Glocks, and a little bit of my modded machete, and just a hair of my tactical armor's durability. So thank you so much for watching this episode on how to take out the Blind One. Hopefully it helped you with your first attempt or helped you refine your strategies. And if you're interested in more Last Day on Earth videos, check out the LDOE log playlist. All my previous episodes and future ones can be found there. Thanks again for watching, and have yourself a great day.